Welcome to the 2018 Geneva Motor Show. And in this video, I'm going to give you the A to Z of all the new cars at the show. Yeah, it's going to be a long day for me, but a good video for you. Well, seeing as I'm on the Alfa Romeo stand, let's kick off by talking about some of the Italian firms. Okay, so Alfa, it's got a couple of limited editions, limited edition version of the Stelvio and the Giulia. Moving on to Abarth, you can get the 124 Spider with a carbon fibre hard roof, and on Fiat there's some other special editions, so yeah, that's about your lot. Alpine is showing off this race car behind me and a couple of limited edition versions of the A110. I mean, I don't know how limited edition they are because I haven't even driven the normal A110, so Alpine, please send me a car to test, I want to drive it. Big news on the Audi stand is, of course, the new A6, which is behind me. It looks kind of good in this unusual blue paint scheme. There's another car they're showing here today, and it's the E-Tron, Audi's first ever all-electric car. Unfortunately, it's under covers. They did whip the covers off earlier, but I missed that. So I'm going to just have to imagine what it looks like. And because I'm kind of spiteful, I'm going to imagine it's blooming ugly. If you want to be more eco-friendly with your Bentley Bentayga, then there's this new hybrid version which you can plug in to charge up its batteries, and then it can do 50 kilometers on electric power alone. Also, it's more efficient in the way that it can carry champagne, silver service, and whatever else you want in the other compartment. Maybe gold, frankincense, or myrrh. There's two things you need to know about BMW at the Geneva Motor Show this year, and the first one is behind me. It's the M8 Grand Coupe. It is a concept, but you know how these things play out in the past, like with the M4 concept and all of that? It's going to be a road car, and it's going to probably have a 4.4 litre twin-turbo V8 with over 600 horsepower. Now, also on the BMW stand, they've got the new X4 small coupe SUV thingy. They're quite popular, aren't they? This is the new Bugatti Chiron Sport, and it's basically a more track-focused version of the Chiron, so it's got stiffer suspension and it's 18 kilos lighter thanks to various weight-saving measures, including carbon fibre windscreen wipers. Now, do you know which is the second best-selling Citroen worldwide? Well, it's the Berlingo, and this is the new one here. So it shares many of its parts with the C4 Picasso Mpv, and you can get it in two versions. This is the normal 5-seater version, but you can get a longer version with 7 seats, and it'll go on sale at the end of the year. Now, I don't know why I'm walking around on this turntable. I don't need to walk any further at this show, so I'm just going to bugger off. Getting into Fort Knox is actually easier than getting on a Ferrari stand, so I'm just going to cover off the new 488 Pista by saying that it's lighter, harder, more powerful, faster, more expensive and rarer than the normal 488. If you want more information on the car, then yeah, just go watch someone else's video. Someone will have done one, bound to have done. Everyone shoots Ferraris, don't they? It's a cliche, a motor show cliche. Okay, so I'm on the Ford stand, but really, it may be huge, but there's not much to talk about. There's a European debut of the Bullet Mustang, there's a world debut of some active version of the Car Plus, and then just beyond these guys, I think I've seen something else that's maybe a bit new. Yes, it's a slightly revised Ford Edge. It's the ST line version. This all seems like a bit of a waste of space. Honda is showing but one car here at Geneva, and it's this, the new CR-V. Now, if you're American, you're probably thinking, wait a minute, that's not new. We've had that for about a year. Well, us Europeans are finally catching up. Now, I don't want that to start a debate about Brexit, okay? This is not a political show. So the CR-V, it's got a new look, it's on a new platform, and it gets new engines, and you can also get it as this new hybrid. So what's new in the world of Hyundai? Well, it's this, the Santa Fe. All new model, and it looks rather stunning. They've got loads of creases going on the bodywork. I like the old Santa Fe, it's a good car, and I think this one, you know, they're moving the game on, aren't they? They really are. Jaguar has really moved into the future here at the Geneva Motor Show by unveiling this wonderful XJ6. I mean, it's so cutting edge, the technology is unbelievable. It's just so more advanced than anything else at this show. They have got a couple of other cars here. There's an I-Pace race car and just the normal production I-Pace. Not sure what they are. But this, wow, so modern. I want one. J is for Jeep, and they've modernised the Wrangler. Yeah, still looks very similar. Also, there's a facelifted version of the Cherokee, so it's not quite so ugly anymore. Now, I want to show you something really, really beautiful. Excuse me, please. Come on, out of the way. Right, it's that. A 6.2 litre V8 with 700 horsepower, the Grand Cherokee Trackor. This is the world's most powerful SUV. Kia's got a couple of new cars to show off here at the Geneva Motor Show. One is the facelifted Optima. The other is the new Ceed. Now, I've already seen the hatchback version, which is just behind me, but this one is the Estate. However, there is one thing I want to check, and that is the quality inside the car. So, soft touch materials on the dash, but I've got to do this, and you'll know what I'm doing this. If you've seen my Kia Stinger video review, I want to see how sturdy the centre console is. So, it's okay, but can you hear it creaking? Okay, now I know that the Lamborghini Oris isn't a world premiere here today, but I couldn't come to Geneva and not check it out. Because I mean, look at it, it's all brash and angular and shouty. What's it like inside? Well, I guess I'll just have to wait for them to lend me one to find out. Now, there is one car that I can look inside, even if it is locked, because it's convertible. It's the Huracan Performante Spider, so a more extreme version of the Huracan Spider. You know how these things work. L is for Lexus, and behind me is the new UX, and it's a real production car, set to rival the BMW X1. It's built on Lexus's new small car platform. It also has their latest hybrid system, and it is four-wheel drive. Now, if you don't want a hybrid, you will be able to get a petrol version. It goes on sale at the end of the year. Lexus is also showing a facelifted version of the NX here at Geneva. Now, I used to have the old NX, and I really like the way it looked. I just wasn't so keen on the way it drove. Hopefully this is better. Here on the Mazda stand, I'm filming a film crew which appears to be filming another film crew which is filming the new Mazda 6 Estate. Now, I say new, it's actually a facelifted car, but it's got a new look, it's got some fresh engines, including a 2.5 litre petrol engine in the UK for the first time. Now, I've got to run because Mazda actually doesn't like me, won't even lend me cars. If you've wondered why I've never driven or reviewed any Mazdas on carwow, that's why. So I've got to flee, otherwise I'll chuck me off the stand, so bye. Okay, so let's say that the Mclaren Centre is just a little bit too mainstream for you. You want something that you can't drive on the road. You want something that only you and 74 other people can own. Well, how about this? It's the GTR version of the Centre. So it's got a bit more power, so 825 horsepower, more aero as you can see, and some crazy slick tyres. Like I said, that you can't use it on the road. And it's going to be very, very expensive. I think this has to be the busiest stand here at the Geneva Motor Show in 2018. The Mercedes stand, there's people filming over there, over here, it's just crazy, and it's no surprise. I mean, behind me is the new MG GT 4-door. We've also got the facelifted C-Class over there. There's the C43 AMG. There's the new A-Class. I want to get inside and have a look at it because the interior is amazing now. Well, it looks it in the pictures. Beyond that is the new G-Wagon. Yeah, we're probably going to have to go with cutaways of all the cars because everything's taken by other film crews. It's madness. Nissan hasn't tried particularly hard here at the Geneva Motor Show, so all they're showing is a restyled version of a concept they've already shown. It's called the iMix, and the new livery for their Formula E race car. Thanks for coming, guys. Now, I would be lying if I didn't say just how much I love the look of this new 508, this new Peugeot 508. I mean, look at it, it's beautiful. This is just a normal hatchback, normal family hatchback, and it looks like a sports car. I am blown away, honestly. What Peugeot's done recently with its design, you know, the 3008 and this now, it's incredible. Check out the inside as well, it looks beautiful. Never enthused so much about a Peugeot family car. Now, there is another car here that they're showing as a world premiere as well. It's called the Rifter, and it's basically the new partner. Woo! Yeah. Oh, and there's that as well. See that big lion? Apparently, that is going to be on Peugeot's show stand for every show in the foreseeable future. Under this cover here is the Porsche Mission E-Cross Turismo, so it's a jacked-up version, plug-in hybrid of the Panamera Sport Turismo. Yeah, I'd like to show you, but I asked this man whether he would uncover it, but I'm too late apparently. He told me in no uncertain terms to go away. So I'm going to have to show you some stock footage of it instead. So Land Rover is showing off this, the 3-door version of the Range Rover, which is called the SV Coupe. It's behind this kind of barricade and I'm not allowed in there because I'm not important enough. So we're going to move on. We're going to move on to Tata, which interestingly is just over there, right next to the Land Rover stand. And then it's got a couple of concept cars over there, and one of them is an SUV. I wonder who may have helped them with that. Yeah. Renault is showing off a concept car which could spell the end of the Uber driver. It's called the E-Z-Go, and it's essentially a driverless taxi. Renault wants to actually put something like this into production by 2022. We'll see about that. What we have here is the world's most powerful electric car. It's got 1,914 horsepower from its 4 electric motors and a 120 kilowatt hour battery. 0 to 60, that'll take 1.85 seconds. Standing quarter, that'll take 9 seconds. Top speed, 258 miles an hour. Whoa. Oh yeah, the price, it's 1.7 million euros. Okay, so what's new on the Rolls-Royce stand? Well, there is the new Phantom, but that's not brand new, it's not a world premiere. However, there's a new bespoke program which makes Rolls-Royce even more bespoke than before, though I didn't think you could ever get more bespoke than bespoke, because that's the whole point of bespoke. Anyway, you can now get the dawn with some special humps which go over the rear seats to make it look sporty with the roof down. And here we have the first ever rose gold Spirit of Ecstasy. And that's your lot. Right then, what do you need to know about Seat? Well, let's start with the least interesting and move to the more interesting. So the least interesting is the fact that you can get Amazon Alexa and Shazam versions of certain models of its cars. There's also an electric racing car concept, but the big news is it's using this event to launch its new Cupra sporting sub-brand with this, the Ateca Cupra. So it's got a 2-litre turbocharged petrol engine with 300 horsepower and the new Cupra badge on the grille, which looks like some pointy forceps. Yeah, that would hurt. This is the Skoda Vision X, and it's essentially the Czech firm's version of the Seat Arona. And if it looks anything like this concept, it's going to be better looking than the Seat. This is the Smart Vision EQ concept car, and it's effectively a self-driving 4.2 from the future. And instead of a grille, it's actually got a digital display at the front, and look what they've done for me, isn't that nice? Also on the stand is the electric version of every other car in Smart's range. It's their new EQ range. Yes, they're on a charge. Subaru's world premiere here today is this concept car. So it's called the, luckily it's written down here, Visiv Concept Tourer. What is it? Well, essentially it hints at what the next WRX estate will look like. Now, that isn't due till about 2020. T is for Toyota. Now the car everyone is talking about isn't the facelifted Aygo, although it's still very nice. It's this, the GR Supra racing concept. So this will spawn the road-going Supra, which a man from Japan tells me is going to be available very soon. Oh look, almost forgot. Toyota's also showing off the new Auris Hybrid. Look at it, it's all a lot more daring looking than the old car. It's kind of gone all Mirai. Volkswagen has quite a lot of cars here at the Geneva Motor Show, but there's only one world debut and that's it, the ID Vision. What is it? It's a concept car pointing to an autonomous, all-electric family saloon. I have nothing more to say. I'm sat in the new Volvo V60 and it feels quite a lot like the XC60 SUV I used to have. So yeah, lovely, just a bit lower down obviously. What my car didn't have was this though. Look, this one's got the Aura4's crystal gear selector. Swish. Also on the Volvo stand, there's the Polestar. Never seen it before in the metal, but my gosh, it looks good. Well, that's the end of the show. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm absolutely knackered, so now I'm going to seek refuge in this stretched armoured Range Rover.
Excuse me, sir, I don't think you could afford that.
Oh.
I think this is more appropriate for you.
Great. Hey dude, you're like completely in shock. From its 4 electric motors and 120 kilowatt hour battery. And that guy just couldn't wait. He obviously needs to go to the toilet, set to run across the frame. Hello.